Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Stories, The Path of Destinies. I'm Dash Brandon, and we're going to start with Lupino again.
Renato finally realized
We are
that Lupino was a
1/3
traitor to
of the
the
way
cause,
through the game.
and maybe Renato could use that somehow.
We're going to forget that, I think. Yeah.
Ah, Lupino.
Because there was other stuff to do here.
Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lupino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. Lupino's frantic message said that the Ravens were going to kill him for being a rebel spy. And that he had a clever plan. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse. Or so Lupino had told him over the far speaker anyway.
Alright. So, with the last video, we concluded the first third of the game. We've seen the true ending, and now we're seeking out the rest of the endings. The videos seem to be going pretty well so far. And, hopefully we can get these done in
apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold
These
it.
are actually moving along pretty fast, with
Where was
being
the
less
prison?
than a half hour each, I think.
The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens? The Ravens
I
had
think each
taken the
one
town.
is about a half hour or so.
Renato had seen villages emptied like this. All the people taken away.
So that
to be
means another
sacrificed in the
8
Emperor's
hours of
secret
gameplay for
rituals.
me.
Renato hoped the people were just hiding.
Give or take, you know, the chunks that I cut out, which are having to watch the beginning over and over and over again. I really, really wish there was a skip button for the beginning. Die, you ugly crow. Thank you.
Ravens
Bye.
were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat
The
him
last
for
two
breakfast.
endings gave us materials, which I'm kind of upset about. I would rather have levels
If
at
they
this
got
point.
hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino. Well, unless he really was a traitor, obviously. Then they'd probably pin a medal on his chest.
I tried to detach, but I wasn't doing it. It's okay, it all worked out in the end. So now,
Lupino would betray him. But now Renato knew that.
yes.
What would Lupino do if he knew that Lupino was going to betray him? Well, he'd concoct some crazy scheme, wouldn't he? And use Lupino's betrayal against him, and it would blow up in his face. Maybe he was overthinking this. Dirty and bloody, Renato finally reached
Dirty
Lupino.
and bloody.
The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was Lupino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The Ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, we see this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who happened to also be a deadly sorcerer, and, oh, his only daughter? That would be worth it. And it would be nice to see her. He'd always had a soft spot for her. And he felt sure she had one for him. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper. Even if he couldn't get the whole thing, it must have great power.
Neither of these have a check mark, so we're gonna go with
Zenobia
Zenobia.
wasn't just the Emperor's daughter, of course. She'd been Renato's best friend in sword fu school. And you're still mad for her. The rabbit reminded him. The rabbit had a point. And Renato had a feeling she'd want to see him again. Who knows what could happen between the two of them this time around? She knows all his plans, chuckled the master spy. She won't give them up easily. She'll tell the interrogators, all right, said Lapino. Taking her would change the game, all right.
Change the game. So I'm beginning to wonder if Lapino is actually let out of prison, or for like them owing him money, or because he's a traitor and it was all part of the plan. I guess I never really thought about that one before. Though it is
The
interesting
city
to
was
think
already
about it
under
now.
Zenobia's control. I had to admire her efficiency. Renato shivered at the thought of Zenobia at the mercy of the interrogators. Could he really turn her over to them? But this was war. It wasn't meant to be pretty. This was the nice part of town. The ravens had been through here. They like to take shiny things home to their nests.
Oh. I think I might need to start taking different paths through the world. I know when I'm going to be attacked every time now. And if I know it, you probably also know it, and you're probably getting kind of bored of that as well. Or maybe you're just here for the story with me. With that in mind, we're gonna go this way. No, this might just be a chest. If it's a chest, then I'm gonna feel bad.
He hadn't noticed that path before.
It is a chest. So I guess there's a reason for me always avoiding that one.
Why was Lapino urging him to capture Zenobia?
This one I usually go down the
Obviously, it was
sewer.
a trap.
Let's see what happens.
But you never knew how
Oh.
Lapino thought. Sometimes his plans were so convoluted they did the exact opposite to what Lapino wanted. And there must be some way to play on that, Renato thought. What was the point of this gate?
I guess I
Did
kept
you think
going
no
that
one would
way
notice the leader?
to not have to deal with those guys.
So,
I think this was faster though.
what's this plan of yours? Use me as bait, said Lapino. And he outlined a slightly complicated plan that involved geese, a net, setting the Farfarer a little bit on fire, Lapino dressing as an old blind toad, and Renato hiding inside a monstrous watermelon.
Some musings this
possibly
time,
go
so we're not
wrong?
going with that
Thought
plan
Renato.
today.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sure you know better, said Lapino.
Let's go this way. I put myself up really well on that one. I need to wait for the magic to full. Yeah, we're about to level up. Sweet.
Renato slinked through
Then I can
Zenobia's ship,
finish
making
off
no sound at
my
all. Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her
my
bedroom.
sword magic.
She was curled up at her bed. Oh, he'd forgotten how beautiful she was. How sleek. How soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword. She became smoke. And he noticed he had a blade to his throat. Stay a while. Heard a familiar voice.
Stay a while and
Really
listen.
think you could capture me? Zenobia said
Tucker
as the ship
King.
lifted off. No, I just wanted
or
some
Diablo,
privacy,
Warcraft.
Renato said. Renato knew she still had feelings for him. Maybe he could just cut to the chase. But was timing right for that?
Maybe that too that we haven't done. To win her heart or to stick with his plan. Let's go with sticking to the plan.
Did you ever wonder why the Emperor adopted you? And he told her why. His Imperial Majesty wanted to bring the lost gods back. They could make him immortal. But to seal the bargain, he needed a sacrifice. Someone who truly loved him. You're lying. She was furious. You can't prove that. I can. And so, we set sail for the Nexus.
Alright then.
The scientists at the observatory have resurrected one of his victims. Well, he's not exactly alive, but it can talk, and it can't lie. You took a big risk. You know, I could just cast a spell to make you tell me where the rebel base is.
As she did in the last
You
video.
wouldn't consider that cheating? She frowned. Ugh, fine. Let's go get your witness.
Let's go get your witness.
The rebellion
I
had
don't know
started
why I
after
made that
atrocities
British.
that the Empire hushed
I don't
up.
even know if you can call that
Renato had
British.
rescued a priest whose order had been
It's
massacred
probably
for one
nothing.
book. He had slept in a burnt village. Dead kittens and puppies had come to tell him what the Emperor had done to them.
Dead kittens and puppies. This sounds terrible. Can't dash upstairs. Really wish I could. As if you don't do any of the cool finishing moves, you could probably still make it to 50 combo, which is the trophy. But, yeah. Combat would take way
She
longer.
caught up with him. Don't you think I'd know if my father started practicing black magic? Why? Do you want to join in? Oh, no, I'd destroy his books and...
Yeah.
All right, I suppose I wouldn't. She stopped, troubled. He ran on.
Oh, come on, I was on it. Let's go.
Scientists on this island had been investigating the Emperor's dark rituals on their own.
It sounds like a kind of dash.
They were neutral in the civil war engulfing the Empire, but they could see that the dark magics the old toad had used were changing the world. Renato hoped he and Zenobia weren't putting them in danger.
Oh god. That's real bad. I've never been good at this part. It's a good thing that they're not like one shot.
Energy cannons. The last argument of kings.
Woo! A real long one. Just wanna grab him. Good doing a time thing. How's that letting me dash? Oh. Wow. Maybe not. Doesn't let you dash in that area for some reason. Hey, we're at the end of the level and we know it. The end of the world and we know it.
The observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The Ravens had taken care to burn the reanimated witness to cinders. Zenobia stared around, shocked. The scientists had been neutral. They had no part in the rebellion. "Take me to your council," she said, shaken. "I have things to tell them."
I don't trust you, lady.
Gambled on. The Zenobia would turn against her father once she knew his madness. But the rebel base was secret. Could he really risk taking the Emperor's daughter there, even if she did love him?
Yeah, so we're gonna go with this
Bernardo
because we
reached
haven't done this
Lupino
one.
by far speaker Toad.
No, we should take her to the base.
Insisted Lupino. "No, I don't trust her. Nobody changes sides that fast," said Renato.
I better go to the base. Let them know you've got her.
Lupino said. For some reason, Renato wasn't sure that was a good idea. "Just meet me at the far side of the mountains. There's a shuttle here I can take,"
Always has to be your way, doesn't it?
said Lupino.
Yes, traitor. That always needs to be my way.
Zenobia was still shaking as they got out. "I didn't know," she said. "The Ravens kept it secret. At first they sacrificed prisoners, then villages near the frontier, and then an orphanage. Kittens and puppies. Sometimes he'd come back to the palace and it was like there were glowing things behind his eyes. I was so busy."
I don't know if we've seen
"I'll
this
clear a
card
path
before.
for us," Renato told Zenobia, "so the Ravens don't see you."
Come on. One fox, no waiting.
Oh, real bad idea there. I thought there was a way to go this way. Guess there's not. It's been a while since I've been in this level, I think. Or at least this area of this level. So, it's kind of fun. Interesting. A little bit different. I gained the level, but I haven't found the thing that will actually let me use that. So, that sucks. That was a fast fight.
Zenobia came up as he massaged his sore arm. Her eyes were wet. He's been saying strange things. He asked me to do experiments, and some were wrong. "They are banished, right?" said Renato. "Gone forever. I mean, he couldn't actually bring the old gods back, could he?" She didn't answer him. That frightened him more than anything.
I don't like how she stays down there. She should follow me and help me like the Sky Ripper. That would be more fun. I wonder if dashing through a shield bearer breaks his shield. I should try that. Well, I don't just kill one like that. I don't see it. Oh, and this guy doesn't just kill it like that. Don't even need it. With as much regen as we have, I need to be real bad for a real long time to actually die anymore. Which is good and bad. Looks like dashing through them does not break their shield. If anyone was wondering, I hadn't tried it already. I can't remember if this is an actual last level or if this just leads to the ship area. I think it just leads to the ship area at the end of this level. Hopefully. That's the last level. This video's getting kind of long. At least I think it's getting kind of long. I can't check.
Renato wondered if he should have taken Zenobia to the rebel base for real. Maybe she wasn't playing him after all.
We will eventually, because we haven't done that one yet.
The Emperor's dark secrets. He was regretting his suspicion.
Hey, we can use our level. Finish off the sword one. Sword magic is now as high as it can go. Wow, it goes further than I thought it would.
They came up on an empty shack. He gestured her in. Where's the base? She asked, confused. I thought we could talk a bit first. Oh, you think I'm playing you? She was furious. I'm betraying my father who picked me out of an alley, and you think I'm playing you? She lashed out. Her claws sliced fire into his face. Energy boiled in her other paw. But before she could kill him, he slashed his sword into her heart. She staggered. I could have loved you. You son of a bitch. And then she died.
Wow.
Renato stood there for hours, unable to move. Finally, a ship landed near him. Lapino had brought the Farfarer. On board the Farfarer, Lapino couldn't stop grinning. I can't believe you actually killed her. Why didn't I trust her? Renato said. All he could feel was emptiness. You killed the Emperor's daughter. You might want to run for it, if you care whether you live or die, that is. Since Renato didn't, he grabbed the wheel, and he sailed for the Imperial fleet.
Oh, snap. Well, time to wrap up this one. Soon we will have the
Renato had
ending.
never felt worse. Zenobia had listened to him. She trusted him. She'd opened her eyes to her father's evil.
I feel kind
And
of
everything he had hoped for. He had taken her to a dirty shack. Was he so used to lying that he couldn't trust even the girl he had always loved?
We're already on the pad, ready to go. That's part I could probably do with my eyes closed just about, now that I know to go here and here and here. Oh, it looks like it breaks the shield, but you can't like get through it that way. That was interesting to me. Oh no, I got attacked from the backside. But he's dead.
He could see the rebels reeling back.
I've got all this sword
plunged into
magic
the
I can
ranks of
use
the
now.
Ravens. He'd had to kill the girl he loved. But he'd also blown the biggest opportunity they could have had to turn the Emperor's daughter against him. Oh, Renato could only laugh miserably. He was taking crazy chances now, swinging wildly. He expected the Ravens to take him at any moment. But they were running in fear. No one wants to fight a man who doesn't care if he lives. No one wants to fight a hero.
I don't think you're a hero if you don't care if you live. Thank you, Skyripper, for finishing that last one for me. You've been a great help. Now that I think about it, going through all the stories without the Skyripper and all that would take a really long time. Because it's basically having like another half a person around. He just kills things at his own will. Oh, we got this guy
Soon
here.
he'd confront the Emperor. Funny that this whole war had come about because the Emperor feared death. And now it was coming for him. There was some sort of lesson there, wasn't there?
God, all of you. Meet our maker.
He was exhausted. Could barely think. He wanted to stop thinking. The rebels were already finished, and he was the last. The Ravens were coming for him personally now, in waves. It didn't matter. He was slick with his own blood, but it didn't matter. In the distance, he could see her, embraced by a halo of light, holding her hand out to him. Had she forgiven him? Would she take him to the halls of the Valiant? Then he felt steel in his belly, and his chest, and his back. And he lay down, and he couldn't see her anymore.
Oh, that's a depressing ending. Worse than getting blown up is seeing, like, your angel of a love. 20 ore! Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. That's not helpful at all. I wonder if the rewards are like, you get that reward no matter what. And they're all, like, predetermined. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching. Have a great day. Like, comment, share, subscribe. All those great things help me out a lot more than you would probably think. Have a good one. Bye-bye.